Hey y'all. So let's do story time. So we've been in Chicago for like 2 months, right? And we finally came back home to Minnesota. So we get on. Well, I decide to take a shower. I know the water is not good. It's bad water here, and it's like they've added extra chemicals to the water. So I'll take a shower. 2 days later, you know, all of a sudden you feel when you wake up. When I woke up this morning, I feel like chemicals, like it's coming from my stomach, and I just taste it all in my mouth. But when I was in Chicago and we took showers and stuff, we didn't experience none of these feelings, after you take a shower. So it was like, I don't know what they're adding to the water as war upon me and my children. And it's horrible. But it's like people that's different, they do things to you, you know, seeking your demise or trying to harm or hurt you in any kind of way, willing to do anything. And they do stuff like use the water as war upon you, because everything else they're trying is not working against you. And it's horrible because just because you're different in this world doesn't mean you should be treated different or targeted in this world. It's horrible. And it's like whoever's done this to this water, they don't care if it makes the children sick, because it's something in the water. I've just been in Chicago for 2 months, and we took a shower in Chicago, staying at my sister's house, and once you get out the shower 2 days later, you don't feel chemicals or anything in your mouth coming from your stomach. Like it just have to settle in your bloodstream. You don't feel that. And the moment we get back to our house, I feel the chemicals or whatever they added to the water. Remind you, the water is already bad here, but it's not that bad to where you wake up 2 days later or 3 days later after taking a shower and you're tasting whatever chemicals they've added to the water. So, remind you, I said we stayed in Chicago for 2 months. We came back here to Minnesota, and the apartment that we stay in, and I took a shower. And today is the second or third day, probably the second day that I've been here, and I took a shower, and I woke up tasting the chemicals, that they've added to the water. Remind you, the water is already bad here, but you can't quite explain the feeling of it, but you taste it. It's like you don't hurt or anything, but you taste it. It's like it have to settle in your bloodstream. And it's like, just because you're different in this world, these people literally target you and your children. Like literally sought after in every kind of way. And just because you're different doesn't mean you deserve to be treated wrongly in this world. It's like, this is so horrible. And it's like, who can you tell that this is happening? People gonna look at you like you lost your mind. A lot of people won't believe that this is really happening. But yeah, this is a form of being targeted. Targeting me and my children. And this is what we have to deal with. And this is not fair. But like I said, I will be trying to do my own investigation and start asking the neighbors that's here, do they notice? Because a lot of the people don't notice that this is happening, with the water to them and their family. They use the water as a form of war. But like I said, I will be doing my own investigation and start asking these neighbors, do they taste the chemicals like 2 or 3 days after showering here in Minnesota? I'll be back. I already knew the water was bad, so I used to boil the water and stuff like that and try to get some of the extra chemicals that they added to the water out. but that doesn't really help, to take my children, give my children a bath and stuff. So imagine whatever they put in the water. It doesn't even work when you try to filter it out or boil it out. It's like stuck in the water. And I can't even bathe my children. We will literally have to start going to someone else's house to bathe them and shower myself, because you don't really know what that water is doing to you all, to us. Especially if I wake up 2 days later or a day later or 3 days later. No, it was 2 days later. And feel and taste the chemicals. Yeah, they seriously added something to the water, and I don't know what it is. Because like I said, being in Chicago, when we took showers, you didn't feel this, you didn't taste this, nothing. And I've been quiet about it. I've been pretty much quiet about a lot of things that's been going on with me and my children, and I'm tired of being quiet about being wrongfully treated because who I am. We should be treated fairly in this world. No matter what you're capable of, no matter who you are. We should be treated fairly in this world. We do not deserve that. Nobody does.